is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Look, they don't want to come to the UK. They never have done. I think they use the sort of Dillian White saga as a little bit of a scapegoat, you know, in that decision as well. And we have to take that into consideration. Contractually, we know our position, but we want to make sure we get the fight done. We want to respect Andy Ruiz, but we'll decide.
You're in this amazing position now. When you're headed into this fight, how long did it take to negotiate the rematch? I'm sure you had some sort of a contract clause, right?
Yeah, we had a contract clause. We've just been going back and forth, you know, with my team and their team.
Because I heard they were trying to get you to go to England.
Yeah, but no.
And you were like, I want to stay in America, but there's some we can't say what's happening.
I'd love to have it back over there.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game could see the Boxing Voice.
Woo! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It is official. It's going down. Anthony Joshua. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Andy Ruiz Jr. versus Anthony Joshua 2. Saudi Arabia, December 7th. It's official. That's it. Press releases have been sent out. Official posters are posted. Promo videos are out. The destination is Saudi Arabia. So, what are your thoughts? Are you going over there? Are you happy? What happened to, I got to do this one for my fans who've been there from the beginning. What's really going on? Saudi Arabia, the destination. I'm just like, whoa. You know, even reporting on it this morning, the rumors were very strong. They were very strong. But I always, you know, I still held out like, nah. We always hear these countries or entities want to get involved in boxing, and they got these big checks for our big fighters, and it never actually happens. It happened. It really happened. Like, this is really official. It's crazy. I mean, I beg for this. It's not quite my Thriller in Manila, not the Philippines, and definitely not cheap to get there. I'm definitely not going, according to everything I heard from the last show. But I'm still excited, or just as excited. I guess I'm not just as excited as before because I had not known all the rules about Saudi Arabia, but whatever. We got an announcement. At least we'll get an amazing fight. Let me go on out to my co-host, but you know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline.
Dazn Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. Oh my Mike, he stayed out. Mike, what he said he would not stop.
A man stand up for what he believe in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, welcome back, and what up to everybody out there in the TBV universe. It's official, December 7th, Saudi Arabia. Now, we could have had some foreshadowing back when Eddie Hearn was involved with Amir Khan and that Saudi Arabia fight, but he pulled out. He didn't. I don't think it really benefited him, but it was. I guess there was some partnerships that he salvaged, and maybe this is what led to the fight. A lot of speculations, but on one hand, I'm happy because, like Ness says, we need a fight that's not in the traditional UK, New York, Las Vegas, Dallas area. And we got that. We got that with the Saudi Arabia fight. Big names. Andy Ruiz, Joshua, so it's big. But I feel for the fans because I know the same people that was in the UK supporting Joshua, the same people that were in the Madison Square Garden supporting Joshua and Ruiz. Those fans might not be able to make the trip to Saudi Arabia, and if they did, it'll be a pretty penny. So I kind of feel bad for the fans, but I am excited that we're getting something new, something that we got a little teaser up with American, and now they're just stepping up to a bigger level. And I heard that it might be like an outdoor arena, so that's like a gladiator type shit. So yeah, but what's going on, this?
What's up, man? I don't know, man. I'm kind of smiling. I'm excited that the fight is official. Honestly speaking, I put AJ in the search term on YouTube early this morning, and after a bunch of going to the right on my TV, I came across our own immediate reaction video, and I'm like, damn, we got to do that again. Obviously, ain't none of us going to Saudi now, so like we definitely got to do that again. It was past 250,000, so that's official. You know, that was only 2 months ago. Shout out to TBV, and shout out to AJ Ruiz, or should I say Ruiz AJ? Yeah, man, I'm just excited. Like I told you guys, I'm not a hater, so I didn't mind reporting on every single headline, every single rumor that didn't matter to me because, you know, this is the only sport that, look, I wanted to do this show a half an hour earlier, you know, it's just Mike was lining it up, getting them waves right. This is the only sport I fuck with, so this news, any news is great news. Now that it's actually a fight, even better. Even better, man. I reached out to Manny Robles. Hopefully we could get him on. If not, you know, short notice. They probably have a lot of obligations right now, but the clash on the dunes, man. The clash on the dunes. They're taking this one to the sand. You know, if anyone has home court advantage, it's AJ, right? Like he at least, you know, vacations in Dubai. And I'm hearing that he was in Dubai about a week ago setting up camp. So I don't know.
Exact thing.
Excuse me?
I heard the exact same thing that he was in Dubai setting up camp. But one thing that I do want to touch on, like, I don't know if, like, since it's like 16 hours ahead of us, if you're Andy Ruiz and his team, how far ahead do you go over to Dubai? I mean, not Dubai, but Saudi Arabia. And then you're not used to eating that kind of cuisine. You know what I'm saying? They got different kind of cuisine over there, and the laws and the shit may not be up to your standards if your wife or your kids come, or your sister or mother or whoever comes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not only that, yo, imagine like he do bring women, right, that are his relatives, and something happens with them. It's going to be on his mind, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't even want to think that way. I want to think boxing. I honestly want to break down the fight, early predictions. It's official. You know, AJ in his JD Sports Road to Undisputed, he's basically saying, like, yo, I'm going to hit him with the left hook. It's going to be different. He's working on things. And that's really where I want to go. The speculation's over. It's happening in Saudi Arabia. We don't need to speculate about anything else other than who's going to win and how.
It's going to be tough, man. Like, it's truly like a toss-up kind of fight, guys. If you're of the mindset that Joshua wasn't the Joshua that we've been seeing, that Joshua couldn't get up for Andy Ruiz, then maybe you ride with Joshua. But seeing Andy put that kind of display, I mean, that kind of ass whooping on Joshua makes me kind of think, damn, can Andy really get it done again? Because he is confident. He has been saying the right things in the media. He has been trolling Joshua on social media. Every time Joshua do a little post or something, Andy right behind him. Oh, you said this about me? Come on down to a 10-1 then, and let's see what's popping. So I just think that it's tough to like pinpoint a person right now, but the bookies have Joshua a favor. I think he's like plus 280 the last time that I checked. So.
Damn, really?
Minus 280. I'm sorry, minus 280.
Man, you know, Andy Ruiz, is he gonna look as good as he looked in America? Last time he was traveling, he went to New Zealand, and his performance just didn't look like the Joshua performance. And I know styles make fights; it's a different opponent, but he didn't have that tenacity. His punches didn't have that velocity. He just didn't seem like am I wrong for thinking that Andy Ruiz Jr. in the Joseph Parker fight is definitely not the same man that was in Madison Square Garden on June 1st?
No, you're not, because it's a new trainer, different styles, different kind of methods. So maybe it was a different Andy Ruiz. But quick correction, they're only 7 hours ahead of the East Coast. So that makes them about 10 hours ahead of the West Coast. So Andy's stationed out in California, right? Or not stationed, but
he's in California, yeah.
So yeah, he's about 10 hours behind. So I would think that I would see about 2 weeks, at least, them getting over there and acclimated to the climate, to the time difference, and just everything that goes into fighting in a new venue. Because we haven't had like a big fight over in Saudi Arabia, so we don't know the logistics, how things are going to be run, how things are going to be handled. So it's new to everybody. So I would definitely get over there and give myself ample time to get ready for this fight.
If I'm Andy, I'm going with a month. I'm going over there a month early. Look, bro, get there a month. Let your stomach get acclimated to that food. You know, that first 2 weeks, who knows? You might lose 10 pounds. You know, it's just a whole nother country. You know, it's just different, bro. And I say that from going to my little punk ass Caribbean countries every time I travel. You know, I know I lose weight when I'm in another country. So listen, bro. I mean, I would definitely advise him to get over there 4 weeks soon. You know, I don't know if he can. It's probably super duper expensive. Hopefully they could write that in a contract and he gets his hotel room early. But you need to get acclimated to the time zone. You need to get acclimated to that food. You just need to be ready. You know, because again, I'm only bringing this up because he didn't look himself in the Joseph Parker fight. Like you could say it's a different trainer. He didn't look himself. I'm saying how much of that had to do with being in another country. You know, that's what I'm at least taking into consideration. I'm not saying it had anything to do with it, but it was New Zealand. This is Saudi Arabia. How much is it going to affect him? You know, his best performance was in America. It's just, you know.
So who is there more pressure on? Andy or Joshua? Andy to get the victory again, or Joshua to redeem himself?
Both. I think one is trying to prove it was a fluke. The other's trying to prove that it wasn't. The other just put bills on himself. Let's just be real. Andy lose this fight. I mean, he's gonna make we just did a show on how much the site fee alone was. So you know he's gonna make some change, but he also got some taxes on that house. I'm telling you, them yearly taxes ain't no joke. So I don't know. He got a lot to fight for, man. There's still haters out there that don't believe him, right? First he proved them wrong, but then now they're like running with whatever excuse they could grab onto. So for Andy, I think they both have motivation. The sad part is that AJ has admitted that he wasn't motivated for the first fight, and that's why we're here. But he also admitted that, if he didn't lose, no one would have cared. No one would have watched the Andy Ruiz fight again if he would have won. You know what I mean? Both of them have raised their profile tremendously. So much so that we got a heavyweight fight in another country. All right, yeah, Klitschko was doing that in Germany and even Tyson Fury just fought in Belfast, but it ain't the same thing. We're talking high level. We're not talking Manuel Char and, fights that Klitschko was having. This is high level, all eyes on this. So, I'm going to pull up the press release. Not much on it besides press conference information, but can you guesstimate what time we're going to be watching it? Since you're saying it's only 10 hours ahead, what time would it air for us, do you think?
Man, that's a damn good question right there. Seeing as if they're 7 hours ahead of us, and then they might try to do it maybe 10 o'clock-ish, 11 o'clock-ish, 12 o'clock-ish, then maybe you can see it between 3 and 6 on the East Coast and maybe a little bit earlier on the West Coast. What I do want to know is what kind of theatrics are they going to have? What's the production going to be? Are we going to get the AJ with the big AJ sign with the flames? Are we going to get some special done for Andy Ruiz? I want to know that too, because a lot of that goes in to make it a big time spectacle where maybe more fighters will want to come to Saudi Arabia if everything goes right and get this fight. Another thing that I want to know is how many city press tour will it be? Will it only be the UK?
I got that info. Okay. So far, it's only looking like London.
So we're doing one city? We're not going to do New York?
London for now. They, maybe the question gets asked in this London press conference and they say, yeah, we're doing New York on Wednesday or something like that. But Monday is the London press conference.
Are we going to wait to do a press conference to like the fight in Saudi Arabia to like draw buzz? Because in my opinion, if you want some of these Saudis to come, then you should treat it like you treating the London press conference or the possible New York press conference too, if they go to New York.
Bro, I mean, they might not do much, Mike, and I'm just going to take a hunch, right? Like, we've seen other rematches where they just assume it's sold already because of the interest or the first fight. And, I mean, even this email is empty. There's nothing to report, It's an email specifically to the media. It's not even giving you the details. It's just as Eddie Hearn will chair a press conference along with Omar Khalil, managing partner of Skill Challenge Entertainment, official event promoter in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, to formally announce Clash of the Dunes at the Savoy Hotel in London. I'll keep the rest to myself. But the point is, like, they're not even being specific. It's not even like a normal press release is like Anthony Joshua, 20, whatever his record is in one, MBE from London will be going up against.
Well, you love that MBE shit.
I mean, that's how they do it. I'll pull up another match room and show you the difference.
But just to think, like, if you're the zone from like the zone standpoint, you will want to do a multi-city press tour just to make sure that the U.S. fans have not forgot.
We need a lot of awareness.
Run that highlight 1,000 times on your social media. Run that shit when you do the press conference. Make sure all the outlets know that, hey, ESPN, Joe Rogan, The Breakfast Club, fucking Fox Sports, everybody knows that you're going to be doing a fight with Andy Ruiz. So make this shit as big as possible. I know it's not in the U.S., and I understand that because of the money, but the interest of the zone and your subscriber base is in the U.S. And if you want them to grow, then put a little money behind this promotion.
No, you're absolutely right. They have to do a lot of U.S. awareness, especially since the fight's going to be in another country, and the only U.S. provider in terms of streaming is going to be Dazn. But listen to the difference of another matchroom, fight that was announced, and this one just got announced yesterday as well, right? So it starts off. It says, I'm not even gonna. I guess I have to try to pronounce that last name. You know who Eggington is fighting?
Man, no. I know who David Haney's fighting.
Oh, you figured that one out?
Yeah, David Haney, Abdullah. But yeah, man.
This guy must be Italian. His name is Orlando Fordigino. Will make his first defense of his IBF International Super Welterweight title against Sam Eggington on Matchroom Boxing Italy at OP Spice 82 Promoters Show at the Tuscan Hall in Florence, Thursday, September 19th, shown live on DAZN. See, we didn't even get that. We didn't even get AJ
live on DAZN.
Yeah, right. And then they go into Fertigini, picked up his IBF ranking with the split decision win over Stefan Diagno. So what I'm saying is, like,
nigga turned Italian on.
It could have been vice versa, right? It could have been like Andy Ruiz picked up his IBO, IBF, WBA, WL. Nah, they like, fuck all that. You know how big this fight is, and you know what we announcing. See you there.
Don't know, man. People don't forget, but it's like out of sight, out of mind with everything that's going on in the world. Like, if you don't remind people, then they be like, oh shit, yeah, I did remember him seeing that big guy that looked like Adonis getting knocked out by the chubby guy. And no disrespect to Andy or Joshua, that's just a casual fan perspective, maybe, you know what I'm saying, who don't know about boxing. So yeah, man, I just think they should do more and more just to make it the biggest fight that it possibly can be. But if you're listening right now on YouTube, please go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. I cannot stress to you how much that just by smashing that thumbs up button, we can grow and get to more eyes and more viewers and make this. It's already the best boxing podcast out, but let's just make it bigger and bigger, so people can get a good grip and get some good information. Because even though me and Ness argue, we do like to give you guys proper and concrete information when we have it.
So, look, man, we've talked about this thoroughly. I think it's time to get out to the callers and see, their thoughts. But remember, let's preview and predict, man. Let's preview and predict early predictions. These are not, set in stone, so it doesn't matter that you pick today. But, I want to hear what you
bounce back and gets a victory over Andy Ruiz. Now, if he's smart and he's seeing how much money can be drawn right now, he might try to do a trilogy with Andy just to show the world that it was a fluke and I can get the best of him when it counts. But I do got Joshua in the rematch, even though Andy showed me a lot in the first fight, showed me a lot of heart by getting up, a lot of dog getting by taking that straight right and delivering his own right to Joshua that had him tap dancing. So it's tough, but for early predictions, I'm gonna go with Joshua.
I don't know, man. I'm going to ride with Andy because I think that Joshua is just going to have too much on his mind. It's going to be more the same. Like, he's the one now that has to prove it's a fluke. I mean, and so does Andy, but at least Andy has the confidence that he already has that win. AJ's going to be second-guessing everything. Like, was it a fluke? Was I feeling ill? Does he really have power? Is he going to hit me in the back of the head? Because he swore that he was able to take the shot until he was hit behind the head, he says. But that hook looked like it was right on the side of the head, not behind. But,
we got a couple of super chats that we need to get to before we get to the callers.
Do it.
We got one coming from our very own mastermind, Joseph Rodriguez-Garces. Board Award 7 in Saudi Arabia?
Shit. Not without no weed.
I know, right? We got Andre Diakonu, one of our best supporters over the years. Cash on the done. Oh, what's the word again, man? Dooms. Cash on the dooms. Not about the fans. I am not going laws too rigid. I will pass. If you got a parking ticket that is not paid, don't even Google a fare. Oh, wow.
Really?
You got a parking ticket that's not paid, you can't even go?
But what do you mean a parking ticket, like in your own country? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Like, if you got anything like...
But that don't even make... Oh, meaning they don't accept anyone with any infractions.
Then you can't go to the UK. I mean, to the Saudi. That's good law. Rabitsky 1978 says, Andy Ruiz going to eat chicken over rice. Hey, that's not a bad option to go when you're going to a new country, man. Bring your own food.
He better just eat white rice.
Yeah.
Stay safe, champ. Stay safe.
That curry and spices and seasoning will have you on the toilet. But yeah, man, that's it.
All right. Well, we got Mastermind Joseph.
We got sponsors too.
That's right. Teamwork makes dream work.
Tell the truth.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Big Supermax, Texas, stand up.
What up? Real quick. So when WWE was in Saudi Arabia not long ago, it was like almost nighttime over there, and they came on like at 11 in the morning here. So is that the time span we're looking at in the States?
No, because WWE normally starts like around 7 o'clock on the on their telecast. So you might start seeing like the undercard come on like around that time, but I would expect to be like the normal 5 o'clock overseas time for boxing.
Oh, okay, cool. As far as prediction and breakdown, I think AJ is going to come in this fight. He's going to look good starting off, and start out kind of like he did the last fight, starting off hot. Looking good. Maybe even catch Ruiz again. But I think ultimately Ruiz will catch him one more time and put him down. We've seen AJ get hurt too many times. It's a consistent thing with him, and I think he'll look good. But I think Andy will stop him one more time. So I'm going with Andy. I'll say by 8 or 9 rounds.
All right. Well, Joseph, thanks for calling in. We're gonna go out to. Looks like we got Boomeranga.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the street to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
What up, Stainless?
Yo, what up, though? Fresh off work on my blunt. You know what I'm saying? People was texting me this news, but I was like, until I hear it from TBV, it's not official. And you know what I'm saying? I was watching the replay show where y'all was saying that it was about to be announced, so it made it even more important. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all coming back on with that second show to let us all know that it's official. I mean, you know, it could almost be done, and we done seen fights fall apart, you know what I'm saying, in a matter of moments. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy to hear that this is official and announced. I gotta agree with Supermax as far as the prediction. It's not that I think that Andy Ruiz is like the greatest fighter, and it's no disrespect to Andy Ruiz, but you know, I heard you talking about Joshua adding more punches and all of this, but if he ain't fighting tall, then he gonna lose again. You know what I'm saying? Like he started out fighting tall in that first fight, and then once he knocked Ruiz down, like he kind of went down to his level, and that's what the fuck got him knocked out. He was talking that same shit against who was that, Povetkin. You know, he a shorter fighter, so I got to get down to his level. So if he ain't changed the game plan, then it's going to be the same thing. So I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast, because it's TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you're stupid. Peace.
And let me ask you a question. Why would, like, you know, these people that are involved with, like, the Zone or Matchroom, they tweeted out, like Michael Buffer tweeted out, and what's the guy's name? Garth Davies. He had a story about the whole Saudi Arabia. Why do they backtrack? You know what I'm saying? Like, and like delete tweets and shit like that. Like, do they got to wait for Matchroom?
It's probably, you know, the entities, you know, needing them to hold off, because it's like Stainless just came on and said, like, you never know, fights fall out in the last minute. So, you know, everything could be pointing to Saudi Arabia, but there's still some signatures that need to be signed or ink that needs to be dried. And then you went out and put it out there, and that didn't happen, you know, and now we got an issue on our hands. But, I mean, look, just thank God that it happened.
Is it because they want to be the first person to, like, make it official when they post? Could be that too, bro. Could be that too. But does it matter, though, like, as long as the word get out?
I mean, if you're trying to track, you know, maybe the Zone is trying to keep the analytics on what drives their networks and subscribers. Maybe, you know, but again, that's strictly speculation. Going to another one of our supporters in Seattle,
Mr. PBC, baby.
Last time I checked, I was the man on these streets. They call me residue, I leave blown.
Hey, yo. In Seattle, because every time we do a show, you call.
Man, I'm on it. Even when I'm at work, I'm on it. I'm an electrician, so I can just dip out and no one's going to know. So, man, this is beautiful, kind of, in a way, because I want to see Anthony Joshua do what he wants to do. He wants to disappear. He wants to lose his mind. Let him do his thing. I want to see it. I'm gonna eat popcorn and watch this on some streaming app or something.
What you mean he want to disappear, lose his mind? Because he going into the immediate rematch? What you mean by that?
Yes. You stupid as fuck. He got George Foreman training him? When did George Foreman even train?
Get the fuck out of here. Come on now. That ain't official.
Yeah,
man. Joshua was
he said, I'm going to get George Foreman to train me.
Nah, he was being sarcastic when he said that, because Foreman said
he
would train him. I mean, that would add some American viewership for sure. But
let's be real, Ness. Isn't Andy Ruiz supposed to be a tune-up? Isn't he supposed to be a bum? Like, why are you getting George Foreman to train for you? Damn, bro, that's sad, man. I still wanted it in USA, and I had something to say. Yeah, Ness, when am I gonna get my T-shirt, man? What's good, man? You dogging me right now.
I think Ness don't never go to the mailbox. I'm still waiting for my package.
Bruh, you know, let me tell y'all something. my own girl was like, babe, I thought you needed me to help you mail these shirts. I'm like, oh my God. The two boxes still in the living room, bro. I'm sorry, but oh no, it ain't this one. It's this year's the round. So I got you though. What size are you?
2XL.
You lucky, because I made a lot. I made a lot of double XLs, bro. I'm telling you, there ain't a lot of them XLs, so you got lucky. I definitely got you, Mr.
I want to say
PPC.
this.
Oh,
water.
got to upgrade to that boomerang. I gave you 2 minutes.
We got a super chat coming from Benjamin Franklin.
Oh, $100 bills.
Robot with no stamina.
Damn.
And Khan's Wilder fight like a street fighter. Fury is fat coward waiting for Spence versus Crawford. So he said all these fights are shit. He just waiting for the Spence versus Crawford. Me too, big dog. And we got one from, and I can't even say your name, dog. The negative to you, whatever. No, Joshua knocked Ruiz down when he changed levels and got beat up when he was on his back foot. He got caught, man. When he got caught, he started getting tired and started trying to fight on his back foot. So yeah, that's definitely when he got his ass whooped. Dame G says, shout out to the world's best boxing podcast. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, I think Benjamin Franklin was saying he's got no stamina. I mean, like, he's a robot with no stamina and Khan's chin, right? Like, that's what he had.
Khan's nothing.
He just put Khan's and he put an S. So he
Joshua ain't never been asleep, so you can't say he got a Khan's chin.
Nigga, he went down 4 times. That's exactly Khan. Khan don't go to sleep.
Didn't we have this argument, man?
Khan don't go to sleep, though.
Shit. That's Canelo.
Oh, that is that one, yeah.
That motherfucker was night on the canvas, bro. I watched that fight live.
That is, yeah. Because the press guy, he was still trying. That motherfucker eyes was rolling back like the Exorcist, but he was trying.
Even in the Maidana fight, you said Maidana had his ass drunk.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. He dropped Maidana that round. Anyway, let me go out to, we got first time caller in 765. Who's this?
Give me one. Hey, what's up, Ness? What's up, Mike, man? It's Sir Douglas, man. I got a new number.
Sir Douglas, what it do?
What's up? Hey, I got a couple of questions, man. Thank y'all for coming on and doing this real quick. My first question is, does Saudi Arabia have a boxing commission? I just tapped in as well, man, so I didn't get to catch the whole show. Is Devin Haney on the card? Is it an indoor-outdoor stadium? VADA testing? And then wouldn't they be fighting around this time? Because there it's 9:33 p.m. So they might be fighting on this time. And I got Andy winning within 7 rounds. So those are all my questions. I just threw them out there, man, to see if y'all pounce on them. Other than that, man, keep up the good work, man. Long-time supporter.
Thank you, Sir Douglas. Man, a lot of those we gonna have to wait for this press conference. Commission. That's something I asked Keith Idek this morning. Like, and he was talking about UCAD, and Mike was talking about WADA. I don't know.
Now VADA will be because Joshua will use VADA for every fight, according to Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, but the commission though. He talking about the commission.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to Google to see does Saudi Arabia have a commission, but it's not looking like.
See if you could add Khan's name. Maybe they say Khan used this commission or some shit. Let me keep moving. I'm going to go out to, got Mastermind. NL.
Okay. They got the Saudi General Sports Authority, GSA.
NL, you
good? Yeah, man. How the audio sound, bro? I'm in the truck, bro. You know what's up with me.
You good.
Your dad. Man, all right. Let's bring this shit to the table, man. Because this motherfucker, he don't come on the show. So fuck it, we just gonna ride on this motherfucker. This motherfucker, Eddie Hearn, dog, he on some straight Don King shit from what I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying? Dude got knocked out. Fuck what a nigga talking about. Dude got knocked out a week before the fight.
Yeah, but
then in the locker room, this motherfucker.
That's speculation. You
keep
speculating.
Cool. All right, that's allegedly. All right, allegedly. Allegedly, this nigga got knocked out a week before the fight. Then boom, the fight still going on. This motherfucker scared to come out the locker room. He having an anxiety attack. The man dad allegedly told Eddie Hearn, we gotta cancel this shit, man. Look at my son, man. Look at him, man. He don't want to fight. And I heard like, man, fuck that. I'm going to break both of your fucking legs if you don't get in the ring. Allegedly. You did. So fuck it. Like a soldier. Dude, go get in the ring. You did. Hopefully I can knock this motherfucker out in the first, second round like Wilder did Brazil. That shit ain't happening. He said that himself in the interview. He think about Wilder the whole fight. I need to get him out of there. I need to be impressive. At the same time, he don't want to be in there with that motherfucker. Cut it.
We got a couple more super chats coming from T Bonafide. Gotta show some love. Big ups to you, T Bonafide. And I finally got this guy's name right. The one to give it to you. He says, I'm saying AJ can't fight tall or he'll lose because he had success when he changed levels. I think fighting tall is the way to go, to be honest with you. I think you stay behind your jab, keep Andy at arm's reach. Don't try getting a firefight, changing levels with Andy, man. We seen that game plan and how that did not work last time. So stay behind that jab, man. Take some notes from Fury and fucking Wilder, man, by fighting tall, using your natural attributes to assist you.
Man, I watched this fight like 3 times today, bro. Like, he has success. It's just Andy throws more punches, man. He fighting a Mexican. He gonna have to prepare for that. Listen, yo, if you think about it from the beginning, that's always been the question, the kryptonite. Can the slick black fighter deal with the Mexican or the pressure of the Mexican? Yeah, AJ ain't the slick black fighter, but he's still checking the boxes, man. Like, that's just it. You know, look, Hooker just went through it. It's part of boxing. Everybody got to fight a Mexican and see could they last. We're going to go out to Coach Mitty. Talk to me.
Yo. So, early prediction, I'm still going with Joshua winning the rematch by KO because I don't think that fight goes the distance. But, man, I'm upset with that stupid decision to bring that fight to Saudi Arabia. What makes sense to me, if I was AJ and I heard AJ loud and clear pushing for the rematch to be in the UK because he wanted to do it in front of the fans and so on and so forth, that's what makes sense. You need to do it in familiar surrounding when you have that much of an important fight. And that shows you that, you had that debate many times before, right? So who works for who? Doesn't like the fighter, employs a promoter and so on and so forth. It shows you that actually, those promoters and the decision makers in that instance, maybe the Dazn and Sky Sports, they make decisions when it's that big of a stake, right? And that's why this fight is taking place over there. And that's ridiculous. If I'm AJ and I lose that fight, then I'll be very upset, if I was in his position. And, I'll be asking questions because going to New York in some kind of unfamiliar setting and having all that pressure and all this, that's what got him that loss, right? I believe that he should win. But if he goes to Saudi Arabia and goes into the deep rounds, that's when he's going to start questioning himself again. And that's why he lost the advantage of having like that crowd behind him. Everyone in the stadium put it.
I'll tell you this. I don't agree. I still believe that AJ's in charge. Like, if anything, this is Eddie doing what any good promoter would do. He got to die on the shield for his fighter. His fighter's out there saying he want to fight in front of the fans because that's the right thing to do. Because if you lose, we still got to bring you back in front of these guys. We still need these same people to buy pay-per-view. So you say the right thing, I'll take the blame. Mitty, you're absolutely insane to believe that AJ rather fight in front of the UK crowd and what? I don't know, say I'll take 40 million less?
Hey, does that money that the site fee, that don't even include like the zone paycheck, does it?
Listen, again, we didn't get Garth or Gareth on, so I don't know if that is 100% site fee. I don't know if that's split. Does that go to the promoter? All these details are gonna be out now. The main issue is having the fight official. We were, for weeks and months announcing or reporting on every headline, every possibility. Now we have a location. Next, we actually have, we have a location and venue, so we're good on that. We just need everything else, and some of the callers presented some good questions. I mean, if they do a New York press conference, I'll go to ask Eddie about these commission questions. That'll be interesting. But, Eddie's a very good talker. So, he can answer it simply by Khan's just fought there and everything was good. And that's probably why he backed out to make sure it was worthy and yada, yada, yada. But
we got
the money is what makes the decisions.
We got a super chat coming from Lamont 3211. Just glad it ain't in the UK. Better not duck him. And we got one from Benjamin Franklin. AJ will never be the same. Mark my words. Fighting Saudi is a joke. If Wilder had took the deal, he would have bodies on his record. 100%.
Nah, if Wilder would have took the deal, he wouldn't have got the fight. The rematch would have been set for AJ, so Wilder would have had to been fighting like Michael Hunter on DAZN right now. So, let me go out to Ringer, Lids Low.
What's going on, Lids Low?
Hey, what's cracking? Hey, shout out to Bowdy. Appreciate you. I don't like it over there, Saudi. Y'all already know that. God damn that motherfucker. And if I were Andy, don't take your family over there, man. Just go over there with your count, do what you got to do, man, and bring your ass home. I wouldn't even take my family. And then, like y'all said, the food, too. Watch what you eat. Them the two main things. Because if something do happen to his family, they going to fuck up their mindset. And we all know that does take an effect on a boxer in the ring. And we have seen it. So, I would hope that if you listen to Andy, please leave your family at home, man. Go over there, knock this dude out. But I want to say between 4, 5, and 6, and get your ass back home. That's my call.
Jason Boomeranger, talk to me.
Hey, I just timed in, so it's official.
It's official.
Like a referee with a whistle in the NBA. You feel?
And it's in Saudi Arabia. Like it's official over there.
Oh man. So that's what it's gonna be airing over here like 1 in the afternoon.
Maybe.
Well, I'm thinking between 3 and 6, brother. To be honest with you, I think they're gonna try to put it on like about 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Maybe try to push it back a little bit just to draw that American audience in.
And so, y'all explain this. How is this benefiting Joshua outside of his checkbook as far as grabbing the American audience? Because everyone knows, man, we chime into that boxing around between 8 and 11 o'clock.
Yeah, but I don't even think this fight is necessarily for Joshua's team, not from the zone perspective, but from Joshua's team. I don't think this fight is about him trying to captivate the American audience. I think this fight is about him getting his belts back. But if you're talking from the zone perspective, then my answer to you is I don't know.
All right, brothers, man. I'll boomerang back in. I just was listening, y'all, man. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, big dog. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you, Jason. Bro. Crazy.
What's going on, man?
I can't believe the time.
Crazy day.
I can't believe the time that it is going to come on. Imagine 1 or 3 o'clock. That's kind of whack. But it ain't, main event or card start?
Like, if they're 7 hours ahead of us, then in my opinion, this is just my speculation, the card would start probably about around 7, 8 o'clock. All right, so that gives us 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. All right, so I don't think that the main event will go on until about 10, maybe possibly even 11. But he may try to fucking push it to 12. Who knows? I don't know how the nightlife is over in Saudi. So with that being said, it might come on like around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
I guess that's normal. If they could somehow find a way to keep it that 5, 6 o'clock that we was normally getting AJ
that ain't
fights,
bad.
That's normal then, and it ain't out the blue. And we could do that. Let me go down these lists.
I want to know also who won't fit out this card too, man.
I mean, I don't think it matters, and I don't think it's gonna be many people because they're not splitting that money. Why they need a good card? This shit gonna sell. It's an AJ Ruiz too.
Some of the fighters you ain't gotta pay a lot. You can throw Josh Kelly back on that bitch, Buatsi, Katie Taylor. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you throwing out names on Matchroom Stable? Those are all blue chip names.
But they don't get paid a lot right now.
Unified.
But they don't get paid a lot right now.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Katie getting some dough though.
I don't think Katie. Never mind.
Speaking of women's boxing, man, we didn't even talk or announce Amanda Serrano versus Heather Hardy. Heather Hardy got a vacant title when she fought that last fighter. So
are they fighting for real?
Oh yeah, that's for real. But isn't either
who's Serrano with again? She's
with Eddie now, right? But they both with Lou, but still with Eddie. How's that?
Who's the publicist though? The guy from Vegas, right? The one that does Devin Haney.
For who?
Amanda Serrano. No, that's Lou DiBella.
No, you thinking of Mario Serrano, who is a publicist for Devin Haney. You just confusing or matching, linking the last names. But anyway, let me get to some callers. We got Border Wars participant, Machine Gun.
BoxingVoice.com.
You invited him to the ring? Why?
Yo lo invité a que subiera. Como decimos en México, hay que dejarnos de mamadas. ¡Viva México!
And like we say in Mexico, we don't fuck around. BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, what up, TBV?
What up, champ?
What up, yo, man? I'm excited. I'm glad this is finally official. We got times, dates. I don't see what everybody's upset about. I mean, if they, I feel like they would set it up right. You never know. They might fight in the middle of the day over there. It'd be the evening over here, but it's gonna be a good fight. I feel like we might just get the same result. Just Andy's style might just be the perfect counteract to AJ, you know. And then plus he's been kind of suspect on his chin. So we might find out if he's real or not. But I'm picking Andy in 7 again, man. That's my call.
All right, Matt. Thanks for calling in. We're going out to Boomeranger.
BoxingVoice.com.
It's money to shit. Working that wrist. Ballin' like Swiss. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work.
Hey yo, what's going on? It's your boy H Money, Mr. Dazn, the Boxing Voice 2019 Rookie of the Year. And once again, the rematch, Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. The biggest fight in boxing, the biggest fight of 2019. The first fight was a classic. So many views. Even the live fight chat on the Boxing Voice, that broke the record, Ness. That broke your record for the most views on the live fight chat. The same thing with the actual fight, doing 13 million views on YouTube, the most in the history of social media. So this is a big fight.
Who
got 13 million? Who got 13 million, champ?
Hold on.
Who got 13 mil?
You said you know, that was our biggest live fight chat. Our biggest live fight chat is with the true face of boxing, Canelo versus Khan. That's the most we ever had.
Okay, it was up there, top 5. It's top 5 though. You know, it's
probably top
in like
5.
3 months. It can still pass it up because that fight has only been about 4 months, less than 6 months.
Nah,
so
it's definitely top 5. It's definitely top 5.
Definitely a big fight, and then the money. I mean, $100 million fight, Ness, and it's going up. Andy Ruiz, he's making his biggest payday back to back on Dazn. Shout outs to Eddie Hearn. There's a lot of people that hate on Eddie Hearn, but he's definitely making the biggest signings in boxing with Devin Haney. We got to get Devin Haney on that undercard. You know, it's gonna be a great fight in Saudi Arabia. You feel me? I mean, damn.
Cut it.
Thank you for calling in. Let me see what we got here. We got a new caller, 316-779, Kansas. Talk to me.
Yo, I just kind of wanted to go on to Mike's point.
Who's this?
Or Mike's question. Yeah, it's Ivan from Wichita.
Ivan, what's going on, brother?
So to Mike's question, he asked about the undercard. And since it's a $80 million fight, they'll probably end up spending spending more on the undercard, don't you think?
Well, I mean, we don't even know if it's 80 million. Remember, that could just be the site fee. That don't got nothing to do with the zone money, right? I mean, that's Saudi Arabia trying to get the fight over there. So maybe they still got the zone money, Corona money, all that crazy. I mean, we don't know. We got to let the money add up.
Yeah, so I was just saying, if the money's going to be big, I'm thinking they could stack that undercard.
Again, but why do you need to stack it when you know everybody's going to tune in? Who's not going to tune into that rematch? Like, that's what we care about. What could you put on the undercard that's going to make you care anymore?
Or you could just make it that much bigger and cement that fight in history is what I'm saying.
I mean, you're right. Listen, if you're DAZN and you're trying to get some more subscribers, that's what you do. But listen, champ, thanks for calling in. Ivan in Wichita, Kansas, we got you down. We will talk to you.
I want to see Phillip on there. I want to see Farmer on there. I want to see
Farmer.
Yeah,
it's just that's a lot of plane tickets. That's a lot of asking people, do they want to travel to that country and fight in that country? It's a lot of acclamation. I don't know, man. Some of them big name fighters might not go over there unless there's boatloads of cash because it's Saudi Arabia, which is only going to drive it. Like, again, when you don't need to. Your overhead, why are you raising your overhead? You know. But again, if it's a DAZN thing, a DAZN angle, you're trying to get more subs, I get you. NO, Boomerang, talk to me. NO, you busy? What up? Ready? Holla. One, gone. I'm gone. GT Kid, talk to me. Atlanta.
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
What up?
As I suspected the rematch was going to get announced soon enough. A lot of speculation about it, but it's all neutral territory, which is what Ruiz wanted. And I think Hearn and AJ, I think AJ really wanted to, he didn't want any excuses, so he kind of went with the neutral territory also. So, but I think it's going to be a good rematch. I expect AJ to knock Ruiz out in probably 4 or 5 rounds at most. It's going to be good. Stop making excuses, man. You're already making excuses for Ruiz, talking about if he's across the pond in Saudi Arabia, he might not be able to punch the same. I mean, you got to stop it, man.
Oh, I'm making excuses. I'm making excuses. Meanwhile, this fight ain't in America again. We don't need to raise our profile no more. We ain't got to make a mark no more. We ain't come to conquer no more. But I'm making excuses. Come on, champ. Did you watch the JD Sports interview? Did you watch all the excuses AJ gave you?
Whoa. The fight doesn't have to be in the United States, does it? Does it have to be?
Yes. I was trying to raise my profile in America. It would make sense to have the fight in America.
No. It would make sense to you.
Oh,
does it have to be in America?
Hashtag we don't take part, we take over. Maybe you need to go check that old hashtag.
Oh, okay. Well, they came to the United States, for the takeover. You're exactly right. But the rematch doesn't have to be on in the U.S., so it's not going to be. I mean, but we don't have to debate about it too much.
Cut it. You right. That's your.
Honestly, the takeover part was wrong. They didn't do that, but profile definitely raised.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but is it good?
I mean, what they always say, Ness.
No, yeah, you could use that right here, but I told you what I always say: 2 knockouts back to back is career ending. So we'll see.
Gotta see how it plays out.
We'll see. Let me see who we got. We got Steve Pass. What up?
What up?
How's it going, man? How you guys doing today?
All right.
Okay, I got Ruiz winning in the next fight, and here's my reason. Ruiz can take a punch. AJ can't, and that's how I see it going. Ruiz was taking punches from AJ, and yeah, he knocked him down, but you saw he got right back up. AJ, he can't take a punch. I don't like that the fights in.
All right, well, thanks for that great breakdown.
No, keep going.
I don't like the fight in Saudi Arabia. I wish. I actually wish. I think Ruiz deserves the fight in Mexico. I think the fight should have been in Mexico City, and that's what I got.
All right. I'm shocked, man, that Mexico couldn't come up with the dough, man. You know, a lot of ballers out there.
Man, if Mexico could have come up with the dough, we would have been seeing Canelo fight down there on a regular basis.
Maybe, Mike, but remember, heavyweight is something special. You know, I know it's a little
More
different.
special than the pride of all the
No, look,
Mexican boxing public.
no, and you know they both have their own thing, right? Like Canelo's thing is the red-headed Mexican. It's like, you know, oh, that's so untraditional. That's not, you know, so he gets that hype. But Ruiz got the never before done heavyweight. He's an American Mexican heavyweight, so he banged both boxes. But whatever, we'll see what he does in this rematch. Keeping these lines moving. We got Rue in the 504. Talk to me.
What's going on, Rue?
What's happening, fellas? I mean, I guess for this one, I'll just go with AJ by decision. I mean, the guy is pretty chinny. I'm hoping that, I mean, he's probably worked on defending that in the time since the other fights happened. I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt on this one. I mean, if he does pull it out, I don't think there will be a trilogy, though. I'm sure of that. But yeah, AJ by decision.
I don't know, man. I don't think you could write off trilogy until we watch the performance. Because if Andy bangs out a banging ass performance, or what if he gets a performance where he gets robbed? So many things, or doors rather, can open up to a trilogy, right? Just the easiest one is it's a great performance, and that same country wants to throw more money at them, or because of this country, it opens up the door for the next country to say, you know what? Here's what we want to give you. Bring that shit over here. Like, yo, there's nothing wrong with trilogies, man. There's nothing wrong with, like, Canelo could what the fuck?
Is AJ really chinny though? I'm hearing people say he's
Only
chinny.
by the rumors, right?
I mean, all we got is rumors, and he hasn't been knocked out in a fight. And when he got knocked down, he does get back up. So is he chinny?
I mean, man, bro, you know, it's hard to say, right? Because who is it that always gets knocked down? I'm always talking. He get up. A lot of people get up, but you know, there's different.
Marcus Brown kept on getting up.
It's different between getting up and losing, getting up and winning. You got to get up and win. Trinidad used to get up and win.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But let me see what we got here. Looks like Jason ready on the boomerang. Talk to me.
Yeah. Hey, it's hilarious. I'm listening to all the calls, man. Everybody used to call in and was just so confident in AJ, and now it's like, oh, I guess I'll go with him. I guess I'm going to go with him. Then you hear the UK callers, man, I hope his psyche's better. Man, that boy, everybody has lost so much confidence in this dude. It's ridiculous. I still haven't. Y'all had a caller probably last week sometime. He was like a physique dude, health dude that was talking about his stamina. AJ still in there like a muscle bound builder. He still is using too much oxygen. His stamina is still a question. Him and Canelo have like the same type of muscular builds where they move around, they get to boxing, and they start gassing out. I don't know what he's going to do to correct that, whether he needs to bring in a new trainer, fire his other trainer, hire someone that's going to assist him with putting more lean muscle on him as opposed to bulk muscle to even get in there. And I haven't seen him operate behind the jab to keep the short, more quick hand Andrew Ruiz off of him. And they're going to be hurt when Andrew Ruiz go in there and punish that boy again, like I said earlier this morning. Andrew Ruiz went in there and beat that boy. And until Anthony Joshua shows me something different, he's going to go in there and beat that boy again. Mark it down, 8 to 10 rounds. He's going to gas out and Ruiz going to stop him. Same old.
Cut it. We got a super chat from Coach Mitty. Big ups to Coach Mitty. Khan fought in Saudi. Worst show production wise. I thought the production was pretty lit, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. So that's where we probably disagree. But the are you talking about the production of the boxing events or the total show production? Because the show production with Rick Ross and Tiger and just the different atmosphere was cool to me. We got Boxing Patron. Found the show the night of Ruiz versus AJ and been listening since. Keep speaking the truth, Ness. The boxing voice. Making work fly by every day. Big ups to you, boxing patron or patron, whatever the fuck it is. Daniel Trefway. Do another live reaction to the rematch. No, we got to, man.
Yeah,
Border Wars 9 in Jersey, December 8th. December 7th.
Yeah, man, we're gonna have to, man. That shit.
No, man.
Listen, if you guys sign up to our Patreon, we can have Mike in studio. You know what I'm saying? He's got his degree. He's done with college. He's trying to come over. Let's get it done. Sign up to that Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Receive our Friday betting show, which is in 2 hours. Get Untitled every Monday. Get Common Creeping Thursdays. You know, tons of film studies on Tuesdays. We're going out to H Money on a boomerang. Talk to me.
Hey, yo, I got Anthony Joshua in the rematch, dominating Andy Ruiz, knocking him out in spectacular fashion. I'm telling you, Anthony Joshua, he's hungry. The tables have turned. Now he is the hungry fighter. He has something to prove, Ness. Everybody's saying he's washed up. People saying he's a fraud. People saying he was a fake champion. Now he's gonna come back and prove the whole world wrong, Ness. He's gonna prove them wrong, and he's gonna do it in tremendous fashion. And the fight that everybody wants. Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder will happen next. Yes, sir. After Anthony Joshua handles the easy work and Andy Ruiz knocks his fat ass out, Deontay Wilder will be next. And Deontay Wilder is going to win. Deontay Wilder, one face, one champion, one name. The longest reigning heavyweight champion in the world. The best fighter of all time, Deontay Wilder. Shout outs to Devin Haney, Virgil Ortiz tomorrow night. 13 wins, 13 knockouts, the Mexican style. Shout out to Robert Garcia, Jonathan Banks, all the great trainers, Virgil Hunter, Floyd Mayweather Sr., you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the boxing boys. We in here.
H Money. Let me see. We got Troy in Baltimore.
Yes, sir. Listen, I keep hearing people calling in talking about it's two parties to actually sign a contract to say, okay, I'm cool with fighting over there. No one's forcing Andy to fight in Saudi Arabia. So, you know, that's what these callers seem to miss.
Well,
no
that other caller was insinuating that Eddie was forcing AJ to fight over there.
I don't know how he's forcing him to do anything.
That's what I
But anyway, but anyway, you know, and the truth is, you got to get these callers to give you a breakdown of the fight. Don't let he's going to knock him out 5 by. Well, you give him a breakdown, and
so
I'm still sticking to what I said.
Lead by example.
In all honesty, Andy is a timing fighter. He fights on rhythm. You keep your jab in his face once he fires that hook, right? You focus on his body, obviously, but you keep that jab in his face. You keep him busy. Because in the later round, all that weight that he has on him is going to weigh him down. And he's in a new climate now. He's in Saudi Arabia. It's going to weigh him down. It's going to tire him out. Then you take him out in the later rounds. It sounds easy, but it's not. But his thing is rhythm and timing. You take that away, and you've just defeated Andy.
Cut it. Rod in North Carolina. Talk to me.
Yo, what's going on, man?
What up?
I think that this is a slight advantage for Joshua fighting in Saudi Arabia because I would watch a lot of videos. You know, he spends time in Saudi Arabia quite a bit sometimes when he's off, when he's not fighting. But I just worry about Saudi Arabia being accommodating to Andy Ruiz. You know, hopefully they take some notes from Errol Spence, you know, when he went over there to fight Kell Brook. I think they had a really good plan in place going over there early and having their own chef and things like that, you know, knowing where they were going to eat at. hopefully Ruiz takes notes from Earl Spence when he went over there to fight Kell Brook in the UK. Hopefully he takes that to Saudi Arabia. And Troy wants to analyze the fight. I believe Andy Ruiz has to be careful this time because I believe Joshua's going to come in and jab and hold. Jab and hold. I don't think he wants to punch when Ruiz is punching. So Ruiz has prepared, in my opinion, for Joshua holding this time more and tying him up more this time to win this fight. But the JD interview showed a lot to me. I don't think that Joshua is ready. His mindset's still not there from that interview. I couldn't believe he made more excuses in this video than he did after he lost, right after he lost. He made a ton of excuses. So I still didn't see that body language. I still didn't see that look in his eyes where he said, you know what? I know what I did wrong. I'm ready to go. I'm going to get him in Saudi Arabia, and I'm going to take him out. I didn't sense that from that JD interview. So I just hope that Ruiz has a plan when they go over there where they can be accommodated the right way, make sure he does things the right way, and I think he'll come back home victorious. That's my call.
All right, thanks for calling in, Rod. Appreciate it.
Brandon, Cincinnati, talk to me.
What up, B?
Yo, what up, Ness? What up, Mike? I'm going AJ, man. I'm going AJ by a late round stoppage. I think this fight is just going to come down to who wants it more. I mean, I know styles make fights. I think Ruiz's style is all wrong for AJ. But something just tells me, man, he's just going to have to, you know, whatever he had in that Klitschko fight, when he dug down and got up to finish the show, even when he was tired and hurt, he's going to have to do that against Ruiz. And I just chuckle every time one of you guys say, man, you better watch what he eat and watch the food over there in Saudi Arabia. Man, we live in America, the fattest fucking country in the world. These motherfuckers talking about watching the food in Saudi Arabia, probably eating a Big Mac right now.
I'm not saying that, bro. I'm saying your digestive system hasn't been processing that kind of food. So going over there and just eating at a restaurant that you might not ever had that kind of cuisine.
I'm talking shit. I'm talking shit, man. I know when I go to Jamaica and shit, they say the same thing. Watch the food you eat and make you sick and shit. But yeah, as far as the fight, man, like Lab got that. I think, you know, jab, hold early, you know, force Ruiz to, you know, use a lot of weight, you know, use a lot of strength to get you up off of him while you're trying to hold him, you know, let him tire himself out and then, you know, turn it up in the later rounds. That's my early prediction. I think, you know, from a business standpoint,
Cut it. X, talk to me.
What's good?
What's up?
What's good? What's good? I don't know nothing much. Yeah, I don't know nothing much. You know, enjoying this rainy weather. But anyway, I have to agree with one of your callers on Anthony Joshua's mental. That JD interview he did, he's not mentally there, and he put everything he was saying in that interview. He's putting more pressure on himself to go out there and perform, and I don't think he's going to perform. This is going to be Andy Ruiz all over again. And you're talking about he has to dig down like he did in the Klitschko fight. Klitschko let him off the hook, and it came back to cost Klitschko. Andy Ruiz is not going to let him off the hook. He didn't let him off the hook in the first fight. He's not going to give AJ that chance to get his second win. That's my call.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in. NL, you ready for this boomerang or what, champ?
Yeah, man. Yeah, check this out, you dig? See, bro, I don't understand, like, and I ain't saying all of them, just some of the UK callers, bro, that call in and support this whole shit. They already know in America we look at Joshua as a whole out there. So they gonna call in and say, nah, you did. Nah, he need to take his basketball and go inside, you heard me? You dig? He need to take this shit back to where he's from and fight in front of his family and friends and shit. Like, what type of nigga do that type of shit, bruh? Like, when you around your people, you big and bad and shit, when a nigga catch you by yourself, you all quiet, ain't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? They already know this gonna ruin his fucking name in the court of public opinion, and they still with that shit. That's some
They
whole
don't
shit, man, dog.
care.
We
They
don't do
don't
that shit in
care.
America.
But they don't care. They ride with
But yeah,
theirs.
that's what I'm
That's
saying,
why.
though. They ain't got no, they ain't got no backbone. They ain't got no morals, like you did. And they wonder why we rock with Wilder and the people that we support. Like these dudes got morals. They got values, man. You hear me? They got shit they standing on. They don't stand on shit on them. You hear me?
Nah, they only stand
Come
on
on,
money.
man.
Money, that's all they worry about, man. That's all they worry. Listen, there's gonna be a caller to call in that's gonna rebut you, and he gonna say, "Man, you want Joshua to fight in America when they offering him all those millions? Oh, you Americans are stupid." I'm telling you, the
look,
narrative
dude, check this
always
out, man.
changed. The narrative always changed.
Right, and they're supposed to be taking over America and shit. But let me say the last thing, man. Check this out, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? If I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say, man. Man, fuck this shit, you hear me? That's my call.
And no, man, thanks for calling in. Let me see what we got. Tony P, talk to me. Unmute Tony P. Skype.
Tony.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
You in. Let's go.
Yo, I'm holding out on this one, man. I'm not sold on this Saudi Arabia thing, man. I got to see the ring walks before I believe it. There's too much I don't believe, man. Like the zone's going to compete with the SEC and the ACC, NCAA football championships. They can't be happy about that. Who's doing the testing? That looks sketchy. Who's the commission? That looks crazy. They building a new stadium for this outside that only fits 7,000. That looks crazy. I got to see it, man. I don't believe it.
Yo, you know what? At least know that you ain't the only caller that said that. This is another caller that keeps calling in saying that it's going to get announced, but then there's going to be a freak accident, something going to happen. So maybe that's what it is. The stadium ain't going to be built in time.
I got to see it, man. But that's it, man. Holla at me.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling in. We got Alvarado. Talk to me.
Alvarado, what's going on, brother?
You got to unmute, Alvarado.
Yo, what's good? Can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear. What it do?
Hey, what's happening, man? This is Sir Martin, first time caller, long time listener. I'm just calling in pretty much because I'm here in Saudi right now, and I'm like ready to debunk a bunch of these questions that I be seeing on the chats and shit.
Which questions?
Like things like, is it even safe here to travel?
Oh, you're from Saudi Arabia?
Nah. I'm from Houston, Texas, but I'm out here doing security work.
In Saudi Arabia?
Yeah. I'm in Jeddah right now. Right now.
That's fucking official,
yeah, it's like,
man. I can't, man.
What is
God
it?
is
It's
good. This show is
it's
crazy.
10:14 right now.
So what's up, man? Like how is it out there? Is it safe? How are the laws? Is marijuana legal out in Saudi?
Yeah, marijuana. Yeah, that shit ain't happening, bro. that shit ain't. That first things first. Like even if it is here, and even if you can get it, you don't want to get caught with that. Like you do real time for that shit around here.
Wow.
So yeah.
That sucks.
As far as like the atmosphere, I mean the atmosphere is pretty conservative. Like I said, I'm in Jeddah. Supposedly, I guess the fight's taking place in like Riyadh. Riyadh's like a lot more conservative, but where I'm at, it's a little bit more chill and laid back. Climate is kind of like Texas, man. Surprisingly, it ain't, and especially like around that time, like around December, it gets like in the 70s, the 80s, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
so.
Pretty good.
I mean,
is there a boxing community?
Actually,
like,
I was here for the Amir Khan fight too. Okay. That shit was pretty live.
You went to it live?
Yeah. I was here for that too.
Cool. How was that atmosphere? Felt like a real boxing match?
Yeah, but like they're not really boxing fans out here like that. Like boxing's not even like a big part of the culture, which kind of surprised me. But what was live was the actual concerts, like the music.
Yeah.
Like they just had the MTV festival here too, with like Future, 50 Cent, I mean, it was a ton of people that came out for that, and that was pretty huge.
Man, Future ain't going
yeah.
over there if he can't smoke.
Like I said, man, it's around here. You can get it. You just don't want to get caught with it.
Sheesh. Sounds crazy. So how long you been out there?
About 7 months or so.
Hey, do all the women gotta like wear like burkas and shit?
Yeah, in regular public. But behind closed doors and like little private parties and shit like that, then like it's regular. Like bro, there's some bad chicks out here. Like that ain't no game.
Just can't
Yeah, like for real.
But is they rocking though, or they on a religion shit?
They rocking around the right people.
Okay.
I think they said they on that religious shit.
Okay. So you going to this fight?
I mean, in Riyadh, that's the thing. Like, if I'm still here in December, because I'm supposed to leave in like maybe about a month and a half, but we'll see what happens. If I'm still around, yeah, I'll definitely go to it. I just find it weird. Like, it makes no sense. Like, even me being here like 7 months or whatnot, it don't make sense. And if it was gonna happen anywhere, I figure it happened here in Jeddah because they already got a stadium, like a huge soccer stadium that fits 40,000 plus at the King Abdul. So. Yeah, I would think it'd be right here, but I mean, I don't know if it's up there in Riyadh. It's kind of weird, but then it kind of makes sense because, like, this is like a dry country, no alcohol. Even like, here's another thing too. Like a lot of people saying that that supposedly like, AJ's chills out in the Middle East or whatever. Man, they talking about Dubai. Dubai and Saudi Arabia are not the same place. Those are two different spots. Two different crowds. I mean, even the things you can get away with, like Dubai, like shit can go down over there. But compared to like Saudi Arabia is a lot more conservative than that. So
is it the same time zone? Because the rumor is he's setting up camp in Dubai.
Dubai, I think it's only like an hour ahead, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty much the same time zone.
Okay. Well, brother, man, thanks for calling in. First time caller, man. Appreciate all the information, man. Keep us updated, bro. Actually, did you hear any rumors of Saudi Arabia before this, like throughout that community, or did you hear it through the internet?
Nah, man. Like this is one of those things. Like I said, boxing's not a thing here, so people don't really talk boxing. Like you gotta find the fans here and there. That's why it was real weird. Like when I woke up to this, I remember it was y'all. Like I got a notification on my phone, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like Saudi Arabia, what the hell?" And I was telling my boy, because my boy's like a big photographer out here, and he was like, "Yo, like that shit makes no fucking sense." Like we didn't believe it. We're like, "Nah, this ain't gonna happen here. Not this fight." Like Amir Khan, I get it.
That's how we always felt for the big fight, though, man. It just they've always. The Middle East is always bidded or was in the running allegedly, but never actually bagged a big fight. They finally got a big fish. Listen, Alvarado, I want to thank you obviously for calling in, man. Don't forget, keep on calling in, bro. Keep us posted. Let me see. Looks like I gotta get to my pound for pound supporter in Anolia. Talk to me, R&V. What up?
What up, R&V?
What up? Hey man, that's you crazy. Are they rocking out there?
I'm just saying, though.
Or are they on their religious
real?
shit?
All you gotta do is make sure everybody around is cool and they rocking. Once they feel like they might get snitched on or they might get embarrassed or something like that, they're not gonna do it. But yeah, they just like imagine this. Imagine a
So
chick
you've been
that
to
go to
Saudi
all girls.
Arabia too? This guy don't go anywhere.
Look. Imagine if you get like a girl from like an all girls school, Catholic school. You know how they act when they ain't getting looked at. So they getting bopped off too. But yeah, man. Hey, all y'all UK people, y'all pussy, bro. I'm in another chat, and as soon as announcement, randomly Jack is the truth come up for the first time in 4 months. He popped his head up, and they don't start talking with nuts. Just because y'all got a shot of testosterone, don't mean all y'all gonna be some drug heads and on some pill popping testosterone and start talking with nuts. All y'all pussy, all y'all left the chat, all y'all left talking big. So don't come on here talking big stuff because your man got to fight. Y'all still pussy, y'all still nobody. I'm out.
Man, where's Jack? Yo, he said Jack popped up in the chat for 9 seconds. Jack is the truth. Where you been at? Let me go to my boomerang and stainless. Talk to me, man.
Yo, R&D real with it, man. I love my dude. Straight up with them UK callers, man. They did disappear too. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been saying it for months now. Like where the UK at? You know what I'm saying? And once Dillian White got popped, you know what I'm saying? They got even more solid than they were before, man. But I gotta agree with these callers, man. Like Joshua still don't look confident. You know what I'm saying? If anything, to me, it looked like a money grab. I like Joshua as a fighter, but you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen him make the improvements, and maybe it'll take, you know what I'm saying, seeing him on fight week or something in the ring or something. But I just don't see it, man. And it's got nothing to do with whether or not Ruiz is the better fighter. You know what I'm saying? It's what Joshua's lacking in. You know what I'm saying? That tells me he's not going to win this rematch either. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like everybody else. I didn't expect for him to lose. You know what I'm saying? But when he did, like all the things that he does wrong. Like, I saw Ruiz taking advantage of all of those second after he got knocked down. So, you know what I'm saying? He got a lot to prove, man. And he ain't going to win no more respect from me just by beating Ruiz, even in the rubber match that they went 3-3 with it. Because the whole time, you know what I'm saying, he been as quiet as these UK callers have. And they ain't had shit to say. You know what I'm saying? Not now that, you know what I'm saying, a fight been announced, now he talking again. So, I ain't trying to hear from him like that. You know what I'm saying? Really, that shit made me think Andy Ruiz or Manny Robles done been on here. I think Andy Ruiz done been on here too. Did Joseph Park?
Ruiz been on here, but I've been trying to get him back, man. He been busy, bro.
R&V said bring him back on.
He been busy, but I mean, it's understandable when you're negotiating fights to fucking Saudi Arabia. R&V, talk to me.
Yeah, no, I wanted to say real quick. The only reason why you got to fight over there is because you got the zone. If you had any other big fight of this magnitude that has pay-per-view, they wouldn't have got it. So the only reason why we getting this fight is because it's on the zone. Because all Andrew Ruiz and Anthony Johnson need to do is sell for $1.2 million, and they got $100 million right there. And this fight easily was going to do $1.2 million the next time it happens. So no, don't get used to this shit. This only happening because of the zone. And remember, Elms, complete the mission, Elms.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. Let me see here. Nazir, talk to me.
Yo, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Bro, I just checked the time difference. I guess it's 10 p.m. for them right here, West Coast time. So it's probably going to come on like 1 p.m. on December, bro. Bro, I might sleep through that shit. I'm not going to lie to you. So I might have to catch a replay.
Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of the zone, though.
Bro, fuck that. Yo, you seen Michelle Joy Phelps tweet? She was like, bro, can I even do my interview there? I was dying, bro.
Oh,
I seen her tweet. I was laughing. But yes, that's all for me. I'm out.
All right.
All right.
Wow. You imagine? That's crazy. She better be careful. I wonder if she's going to go.
What happened?
Michelle Joy Phelps tweeted out, can I even do my interview there?
Oh. No.
She better not go now after she tweeted that shit. Better delete it.
No, she can't.
Streets is watching. Listen, man, that is it. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs, Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Catch us for a betting show, Beating the Odds with TBV, where me and Mike try to beat these odds at 5 p.m.
3 fights.
He's got 3 fights. There you go.
Money line only. None open.
Damn. So we might do a post instead of a show. That being said, NestGTO, Instagram and Twitter.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. Tough weekend for boxing, man. Wish we had something tonight to watch. Friday night would have been perfect tonight, you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow's, it's going to be a Virgil Ortiz, but then it's a big drop off. So, yeah, man, just one of those weekends, man. But we'll be back popping next weekend, I believe, with some good fights. So, and then we got Kovalev and Yard the weekend after that. So 2 weekends from now, man, we got a big fight. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, man, great show. Saudi Arabia, who would have thought? But like they said, man, let's change up the fucking tempo. Let's change up the location. Let's put a little sauce on it. Let's get out the fucking ordinary, man. Let's get out of Vegas. Let's get out of New York. Let's get out of California. Let's do it in Saudi Arabia. And why not? But yeah, man, until next time. Peace.
Do say.